In 1998, the loggers' chainsaws troubled the communities as the rainforest that they loved so much was carried out in trucks from the Golfo Dulce Forestry Reserve. They decided to get together to do something about it, which was the birth of the Corcovado Foundation. The new organization hired lawyers and forestry engineers and detected anomalies in 168 of the logging permits given. By 2000, with the intervention of the foundation, only 8 logging permits remained. The Osa Peninsula is one of Costa Rica's last frontiers. It is one of the most biologically diverse regions in the world. Still, like many developing areas, its biodiversity is under threat from a variety of human-related factors, including illegal logging and poaching, unsustainable methods of farming and fishing, the spread of agriculture frontier, and pollution. One of the greatest natural resources under threat from human activities is wildlife. With little access to infrastructure and markets, local communities often engage in the activities listed above as a matter of survival. However, these activities have devastating effects on ecosystems and wildlife. Additionally to this situation, global warming and the effects on climate change are making communities and ecosystems more vulnerable to flooding, storms, and droughts. For example, the increase in the tide lines is challenging sea turtles to find nesting spots, and humans, dogs, and other predators poach their eggs when they finally find the right place to lay their nests. The decline in local populations of wild animals and insects is increasing and dramatic. With no other options, even communities concerned about dwindling numbers of animals may not have other alternatives for food or earning income. The Corcovado Foundation is a non-profit organization which works with people to protect our natural resources. The foundation started managing funding for the Ministry of Environment. The Ministry of Environment has always struggled to maintain its protection efforts. The lack of resources to hire park rangers and to pay for basic needs like fuel and equipment has always haunted this government agency. With the support of our organization, the Ministry of Environment has hired park rangers and has built ranger stations for 20 years. However, we realized that it was not only patrolling and protecting the natural areas that needed to be done. Soon enough, we realized that we were missing 2 main components: providing socioeconomic opportunities and empowering individuals to be aware of the importance of its nature and actively take steps to protect it. We needed to create awareness and generate income for local communities to reduce human pressure on natural resources. Without these options, communities were forced to keep logging and hunting. We started working in environmental education and promoting ecotourism as a way to generate income for the communities. Ecotourism is an essential tool for providing these basic human needs without destroying the local environment. This is how our focus changed. We use education to address and promote local communities' involvement, and we support governmental and non-governmental entities in the search for sustainable, balanced, and equitable development. For years, our organization has promoted tourism as a way to reduce the pressure on natural resources. As a result, at least 25 community-based tourism projects were created or strengthened through our tourism program. Also, at least 25 local people received their certifications as local guides, allowing them to provide guiding services inside the protected areas. The Corcovado Foundation's environmental education program started in 2003 in the Osa Peninsula to create awareness about the natural heritage that surrounded these remote communities. Since then, we have worked with thousands of children, both in schools and in afternoon groups as extracurricular activities. They learn about nature and what they can do to protect the environment and reduce its impact. In addition, we're promoting environmental citizenship, a generation of responsible, pro-environmental behavior individuals who act and participate in society as agents of change. We also started promoting skills and activities that will open their minds to become entrepreneurs and community leaders. In 2020, amid the COVID pandemic, we also decided to reach their parents. We needed to provide options to communities to generate food security under the economic crisis produced by the pandemics. Families had lost their jobs or their source of income. They became desperate and they started logging, poaching, and hunting. Also, some of them started going back to agriculture. Unfortunately, Costa Rica is one of the biggest consumers of agrochemicals in the world, a terrible practice that we needed to deconstruct to help families produce their food. So, we started dedicating efforts to promote regenerative agriculture to provide food security, reduce agrochemicals use, and find a more holistic approach to agriculture. Today, 50 families have received enough training and support to implement their projects. Some of them in their farms, some of them in their backyards. Together, more than 200 people benefit from more variety of vegetables and fruits planted in harmony with nature. They are reducing their use of agrochemicals to zero. They don't burn or cut forests to find fertile soil, and they are helping to reduce agriculture's carbon footprints. To meet the challenges of this decade and do our part, we are promoting environmental education in action. Children in schools will learn about climate change, ecosystem restoration, and regenerative agriculture. They will participate in tree reforestation and plant their own organic gardens in their schools. In addition, they will learn about vermicompost, how to use rainforest microorganisms to produce better yields, how to reduce erosion during the harsh rainy seasons, and avoid evaporation during the dry season, making them more resilient to climate change. These kids will also learn the value of trees and forests to protect their water sources and reduce the risk of mudslides. All this will give a better quality of life to our communities and help capture carbon emissions. It might not be much, but we're doing our part.